4, 1, 2.
I hope it's all right now.
Hey, welcome back for another episode of Beer Addiction with Mike, my brother Dylan. Today we're going to be tasting my Nut Brown Ale, which I like to call my funky downtown brown. Sorry for missing an episode last week. Personal things came in the way. I know it's a lame excuse, but shit happens, and then you got to deal with it like a man. Now we're going to drink like men. Yeah. We're not messing around today either. We're going to get straight to the pour and see how this bad boy does look.
That's nice.
We got a nice tan head. Looks to be fairly creamy from where I'm sitting. Beautiful dark color. Almost stout dark, however, in the right light, I do believe that this is a dark ruby red. And the head's dissipating. It should be fairly sustainable, but it will dissipate. It won't maintain for that long. Yes. So what we have here is, like I said, the Nut Brown Ale. It is indeed ruby red in reality, even through its dark appearance. You can see it much more through the small tasting glass than you can my larger, kind of more like my big brandy snifter. It does not get light through easily because it's actually wider in the center than it is at the top. So why don't we go in for an aroma?
It smells good.
Does smell good. Right off the bat, I'm getting some chocolate smells. Definitely some nuttiness coming through. A slight bit of a coffee aroma. This was made with with brown malt, mostly 2-row, so just your base malt, your average thing, which is used for almost any beer. It's about 9 pounds total recipe. I believe I put a little bit of crystal in here. Not a lot of hops at all. About 1 ounce for the entire beer. And mainly half at the beginning and half in the middle to give, you know, some of those aroma things there. I'm not really getting any hops through the smell, which is good because you don't want that hoppiness, whether it's aroma or bittering on the palate in a brown. Yeah, so let's go in. It's a little cold for the style, so we might not, you know, appreciate it as much as we would on another given day, but maybe we'll do another taste in a little bit and see how that is. You know, wow, there aren't any roasted malts in this, but wow, there's a roasty taste to it.
There really is.
A very, very definitively present roasted taste. Actually, funny enough, there's more roast in this than than any stout I've made, even my porter. Wow, let's get another taste there. It's a very present nutty roastedness. It's not like a traditional, this was supposed to be more of an English traditional brown ale. It's not like that. This is definitely more of an assertive brown ale. Still smooth.
It is. Still
very smooth going down. A very good, I'm pretty sure that the general population would be able to drink this with ease. But wow, it's not a burnt taste, that roastedness, but it's almost a burnt taste. It's as if like you have that, we'll use like a metaphor, you have that piece of toast that is just under the black color. It's just very crispy brown, and then you get a little bit on the taste, and oh, besides that, the roastedness stays on the palate. It doesn't fade as fast as the maltiness does. There is a nice sweetness to the ale, but very, very balanced with I guess what the hops gave it. The hops didn't really give it much. I'm gonna go in for another mouthfeel, and then we'll see what that is. It's that roastedness, like, to me it takes over the entire mouth.
It really does. It stays.
It's very aggressive, but in a good way, in a very good way. I mean, I wouldn't call this a nut brown. I'd probably call it a, I was looking up categories for the porter, which I entered in a competition a few weeks back, which won an award, and it was called a robust porter because it was more of that roastedness. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a robust brown. Probably just made up a category, but that's what I do. I'm like that. Cheers. Another successful all grain. That would be my third to date. I'm working on my fourth. It's in the making. I actually got a mash tun, not mine, but I lent it from a friend. I'm going to use that to make this 17 pounds of grain monster, a clone of Arrogant Bastard Ale. Stone Brewing, anyone? Don't get too excited, because that's what it was supposed to be. But like I do with all my recipes, I got there, I looked at my grain bill, and I said, scratch, 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 add this, add that, and add the other. And I did it, and we're gonna make it, we're gonna see how it tastes, and it's gonna be good, no doubt. Will it be better than Arrogant Bastard? We shall see. Until then, Mike, Beer Addiction, thanks for watching. Thank you, Dylan.
No problem.
See you next week.
Well, you can
Ciao.
tell by the way I use my voice, I'm a woman's man. No